History, Standard 6th, The Vedic Civilization, Part 2. Welcome back to the chapter The Vedic Civilization, Part 2. In the first part, we studied about the Vedic literature, family system, and day to day life. Now, we shall continue with the remaining points: agriculture, animal husbandry, economic and social life. Agriculture was the main occupation during the Vedic period. Many oxen were yoked together to plough the fields. Yoked means brought together in pairs. The plough had iron plowshares. The Atharva Veda considers insects, pests, and other animals that destroy crops and suggests certain remedies. Cow dung was used as manure. During the Vedic period, animals like horses, cows, and dogs had special importance. Cows were used as means of exchange. That is why cows were highly prized. People took special care to ensure that their cows would not be stolen. The horses was valued because of its speed. The Vedic people were skilled in taming the horse and harnessing them to the chariots. Chariots in the Vedic period had spoked wheels which are lighter than solid wheels. The horse drawn and spoked wheel chariots of the Vedic period. In this period, apart from agriculture and animal husbandry, several other occupations had also flourished. Artisans like potmaker, cobbler, carpenter, and people practicing various occupations were an important part of the social system. They formed independent organizations known as shrenis or guilds. The head of the guild was known as Shrishti. However, slowly the status of skilled artisans became secondary. During this period, there were four varnas. You can see in the picture: Brahmin, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. A varna was determined by the occupation of the people. In the later period, the varnas came to be determined on the basis of birth. This gave rise to the caste system. During the Vedic period, certain notions about leading an ideal life had become well established. There were four stages or four ashramas from birth to death. The first ashrama was the Brahmacharya ashrama, or the period of staying with the Guru to learn from him. The next stage after the successful completion of Brahmacharya ashrama was Grihastha ashrama. It was expected that during this period a man would carry out his duties towards his family and society with the help of his wife. The third stage was Vanaprastha ashrama, when a man was expected to detach himself from the household, retire to a solitary place, and lead a very simple life. Detach means leave the family or get separated from the family. The fourth stage was the sannyas ashrama. At this stage, the convention was to renounce all relations, lead life in order to understand the meaning of human life, and not stay in one place. The next is religious ideas. In the religious ideas of the Vedic period, forces of nature such as the sun, wind, rain, lightning, storms, and rivers were given the form of deities. Vedic compositions pray them to become life giving sources. The Vedic people put offerings into the yajna fire to please them. These offerings were called havi. Yagna is the act of offering havi into fire. Initially, the yagna rites were simple. Later on, the rules of yagna became harder and harder. The importance of priest went on increasing. People in the Vedic period had thought about how the natural phenomena occur. Summer is followed by the rainy season and the rainy season by winter. This is a regular cycle in nature. The cycle in nature and the life cycle that moved with it were termed by the Vedic period as Rita. The life of all living beings is a part of the cycle in nature. Disturbance in the cycle of nature leads to calamities. Everyone should be careful not to let it happen. Nobody should break the laws of nature. It was believed that following these rules was to follow dharma. Political system. In the Vedic period, each village had a head known as Gramini. A group of villages formed a Vish, whose head was called Vishpati. Several Vish formed a Jana. Later, when the Jana settled into a specific region, it came to be known as Janapada. The head of the Jana was known as Nirfa or Raja, that is king. The main duties of the king were to protect the people, collect taxes, and run the administration efficiently. In order to run the administration smoothly, the king appointed various officers. The Purohit, that is priest, and the Senapati of the army were officers of special importance. The officer who collected the taxes was known as Bhagdud. Bhag means share. The person who collected the king's share of the produce of a jana was called Bhagdu. There were four institutions who guided the king, that is Sabha, Samiti, Vidhat, and Jana. The people of the state participated in their working. Women too participated in the working of Sabha and Vidhat. The Sabha consisted of senior citizens of the state, whereas Samiti was a general body of the people. Later on, in the Vedic thought, Smriti and Puranas were composed. After a period of time, the religious stream based on the Vedas, Smritis, Puranas, and local traditions came to be known as Hinduism. Along with the Vedic stream, there were other religious trends which took a different positions from the Vedic one regarding yagna rites and the varna system. We will learn more about them in the next chapter. So students, here are some fill in the blanks. Complete the sentences. Answer the following. You all have to write all the question answers, fill in the blanks in your notebook, and also you have to study them. Thank you.